Hey guys, I'm just checking my audio. I realized I never checked audio yesterday on Twitch. Okay. It's kind of messed up. Right, there's the bot. Trying to get my dashboards to load up so I can at least skip that or snooze that first ad. Okay. I might have to get some allergy meds. My nose is a little bit stuffed. Okay. Sounds good to me. Just make sure it's not playing. There we go. Okay. Snooze the ad. Perfect. Be right back 1 sec. I'm just gonna pee. Let's see. Okay, check one thing. Oh, gosh. We literally don't have any space. Oh, how do you access them? Oh, that might be a problem. Okay, fuck. Uh, do you have space? Okay, maybe now. How does it snap to ground? It might be floating still. Yeah, it might be floating a little. I don't know if I hate that or not, though. Probably not. Maybe move it up even a little more. Yeah, why not a floating? We'll see. It's really complex to RP Miki today. She had a really bad, terrible shift last night, and it ended up turning into a fight with Sydney. She's really messed up. Too high? Yeah, too high. All right, I'll move it down. Yeah, good enough. All right. Ow! Now, shit. Where am I gonna find? Maybe? Perfect. That works. Now, where do I put my parachute? What's that? Do it. it. I could do it. Put your ass into it. I'm gonna put that in here. Oh my god. Alright. I see why she probably left that there. Alright. Better. There's so much more room for activities now. It's not blocked by the thing anymore. Trying to get in that RP mindset. Mickey's gonna freak out. Ain't no way they're gonna clock her. Please don't fuck up my car, Raymond.
How's it going?
Maybe I'll just run one.
Bye.
Fuck it.
Thanks.
She has to do something and she's gonna like lose her shit. Yeah, she's in a mood. Okay. Hold on. Oh my god, I love that they put in payphones. Miki's gonna find out Cindy's ghosting her. She didn't leave her a note. Oh, Miki's spiraling. Actually spiraling. Where's the payphone? Across the street? Is this way? No. Where's the one that works? Okay.
Hey.
Blue cabinet. Oh, it's like a tool thing, maybe? Ooh, there's another artistic orange, but it's a lot of black. That's a mask. Chicken. Fake DL box? I wish, even when it was sold out, I wish you could see the bigger picture. Alright, payphone. I need a payphone. Wow. This car is like, the brakes are exactly like, is there really a cell phone? Oh, there is. I don't know Sydney's number. Seven seven eight zero. Shit. Shit. What was it? 7 something 80? Was it 77780?
Hello?
Holy shit! Whoa! No notes. No call. I don't know how much we're gonna play into that because it's kind of like Mickey spiraling. Whew. This is incognito. Hi, PV. I love that we just used the payphone to get information. That's actually so funny. It makes me freak out. Oh boy. Okay, for context, there's stuff going on between Sydney and Mickey. And Sydney didn't leave Mickey a note, and she always leaves a note. And she was very clearly decorating at home. Mickey's just losing her shit. Oh, it's underneath. Which way are they going that way? I wanna see. There they go. Yeah, this is a rental car and incognito PV. Mickey can't get from the outside of her apartment without being ambushed by people. So she's incognito. I have to try and remember all of this shit last night. Slim Shady. Case in point, that was Jack. Wait, I'm gonna park this in the front actually and try and keep the rental. Yeah, I'll try and keep it. Just like in real life. Oh, I should probably,
Sorry.
did I lock it? Hell yeah. I'll keep this one. It's too bad there wasn't more, yeah, no one would ever guess Mickey would wear this because she doesn't ever reveal any skin whatsoever. Oh god. I need to go grab a drink and stuff. I'll be back in a bit, fam. don't know how to RP this out. It's delicate. Very delicate. Mickey's still very much traumatized and frazzled from last night. What, does that say hot new management? Brittany. Friends again? Were they not friends? I thought you guys were friends. I gotta move it just ever so slightly. Oh, I wonder if that's okay. That's pretty good, huh? That doesn't look any. She's incognito. She's been running into everyone outside the apartment, and sometimes she gets stuck there for hours, like chatting. So if I gotta do something quick, nobody will ever suspect that this is Mickey. So that's why. Did you work out who Chanel was posting about, by the way? No, she saw it just now. Uh, but she has no clue. Oh, I guess Connor had his funeral. Uh, but yeah, no, she hasn't worked out who it is, but she figures this is something about Harmony. Do you know who it's about, PB? Is it about Jim? How? Oh, Santiago should jump on this, honestly. That would be funny. How you. Oh. It's about Jim. Oh my gosh. For Jim. The Toho's awake. Oh wait, that's someone else. The tea right now is that Miki doesn't know from her perspective. So OOC, she know, like I know, uh, that there's like something going on with Harmony, and Brittany is trying to like staff it, um, with like different EMS than TacMed. They're like new hires, a couple like old people, like Riv and Dale. Um, for a while they had B call signs. Uh, so I assume it's got something to do with Brittany trying to take over Harmony, but Miki doesn't know any of like those details, just that she worked and she went up to Harmony and they dress differently than TacMed does. They use like the brown BCSO shirts or something and TacMed vest. So that's all she really knows in character is that they're different and Brittany is trying with Riv to do something with Harmony to get it staffed. But I don't have enough information or meta to figure it all out just yet. OOC for myself, I mean. Gonna change. But what do we wear? Uh,
Kicks open door.
what did I just delete?
Miki, are you here? Miki?
Ah, I'm here.
Where are you?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. Oh my gosh.
Where were you?
I was out. I couldn't sleep. I woke up really early.
Really early?
Yeah, really early.
You didn't leave me a note.
Oh, I'm sorry. I usually do. Don't I?
Hmm. What were you doing?
I've been better. How are you doing?
What were you doing?
Oh, what was I doing? I went and I took a TacMed shift. About 2 hours worth. Just lost myself in work for a little while. And then after that, Katya invited me fishing with some of her friends. Um, didn't know what else to do, so I just accepted. As soon as I got your text, dropped everything, and I came speeding over.
Sorry to take you away from that.
No, absolutely not.
You should go back. Sorry, I
Absolutely
didn't
not.
want
No,
to take you away.
no. Right here is exactly where I need to be. Holds out a hand, trying to take hers.
I just want to.
How did you
It's so
sleep?
cute now. Toss and turn.
Sounds about right.
You promised you'd wake me up.
I tried kissing you. Gave you a little gentle nudge, too.
I don't have anything nice to say.
Go ahead, hit me with it. I'm sorry, Mickey, I can't hear.
I don't particularly have anything not nice to say either.
Oh, gotcha. I'm very sorry about last night. I misread
It
so many
wasn't your fault.
situations. No, I
There was
misread a
just,
whole lot.
it started out so good and then it was like, it just went to the dumps, you know?
Yeah, I didn't pick up on how bad it got at all. And I'm very sorry for that.
No, it's my fault for not being able to explain it. You should go back with them. I
I'm
need to
not faulting you for
figure
anything.
out, I need to figure out how to navigate this, and I don't know how long it's gonna take.
I don't want to go back out with him. I'll be by your side if you want me to.
Do you want to work without me?
I just needed to clear my head. I felt like I needed to do something that can focus me, that I can lose myself in. It was a terrible idea, by the way. I wanted to tell you about that. But it's not important right now.
What happened? You're sipping tea
I don't
right
want to
now,
make this about
PP.
me. I'm very willing to tell you, but I'm also very worried about
I
you.
can't. It just it just takes me forever to process all this shit. I just I don't even have the words to explain to you what's the
Take
problem
your time.
is.
No, take your time. Formulate
No,
the
like
words
it's
you
gonna
want.
take days to process this. It's not it's not something I could just give you an answer to.
I I understand and I can be patient.
You should really just give me some space.
Mickey, do you not want me to be here? I want to be here, but
I didn't realize I was taking you away from
absolutely
friends.
not. Absolutely not.
I definitely did. And the more you say that I didn't, like, it's not helping.
Mickey, I wasn't having fun over there. I had a lot on my mind. I was just occupying my mind.
What happened at work?
Well, it's just, it all boils down to it's very, very different from our shift. There's a lot going on too. And I felt here I am, this big bad specialist, probably one of our most senior specialists, if not the most senior, and found myself discovering that they do some things a lot different than our shift. And I probably came off as rubbing everybody the wrong way, doing things that they felt should not be done.
What do you mean? Can
Well,
you
for
elaborate?
example, yeah, um, for one, they were all skipping the medical alerts. They just simply weren't going to them, even when they had time to. And when I suggested, hey, let's go to this medical alert, they were like, oh, it's just a medical alert. And I said, what do you mean? It's not just a medical alert. We go to those anyway. And they got silent. And then when I asked Katya later, I said, "What's up with that?" She said, "Oh, it's just because we generally don't have time for medical alerts. We tend to just ignore them."
Well, there's a difference when you have time and when you don't.
Exactly. And I felt like I was taking crazy pills because I was the only one that cared about the medical alerts when we had time to do them.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Yep, it gets worse too.
Keep going.
So I felt like, well, there was a call in the south side. There was gun alerts there. I wanted to go into the scene and get the patient, and obviously it seemed like it was a gang fight, so we parked up nearby and waited for the gunfire to die down. That already felt unnatural. But when the scene felt code 4 to me and I wanted to at least roll by and check, they insisted on calling PD for backup, which, okay, fine. But
Why didn't they call him before?
seriously. Oh, okay, so then they went over to. I'm sorry. I messed up the details.
No rush. I'll try
Okay,
not to rush you.
so I don't remember who it was. It was either Sunny Wright or Nicole Maston. They went on the sheriff's office comms
Hmm.
and asked for PD backup, and the PD apparently replied to us, "Fuck them, let them fight it out, let them kill each other," and that they weren't coming.
Hmm.
So
Was
we
that
wait.
SASP or BCSO?
I think it was BCSO. I'm not
Yikes.
100% on that. And then after that, we waited for the gunfire to die down, which again felt unnatural to me, but I get
I
it.
want to get a good frame.
We waited for that, and then I started rolling in, and I felt the tension in the ambulance just completely change to where they felt like I was doing something wrong by rolling into that scene, probably before they were comfortable with me doing it.
Well, you outranked them. You can just tell them what to do.
We were all specialists in that bus. It was a specialist bus, actually.
Yikes.
Yep. It was me, Katya, and I want to say it was Sunny.
Mm. Promoted too early. Way too early.
Yeah, way too early. Katya's texting me. She's asking if I was uncomfortable with leaving the group. I'm ignoring it. So anyway, um,
No, don't
there was
make her
that.
worry.
All right, I'm just gonna really quickly say that I got busy.
Mm-mm. Man, I wish I could
No,
move it.
I just told her it wasn't that. I just needed
Oh,
to
I
get out of
can while
there.
I'm sitting.
Anyway, what else can I say? Oh, there was that, and then I there was gonna be a Valkyrie call. So I came over comms and I said, 041, is there anybody that's responding to that call on, I don't remember where it was. It was Mount Gordo, I think. Somewhere near Mount Gordo.
They're not as locked in as we are.
Nope. So when they didn't answer, I said 10-4, 041 plus 1 forming Valkyrie, or 76 the latest call on Mount Gordo, or wherever it was. But then they finally came over comms and said, well, we're already on our way to that call. So I just said 10-4, Valkyrie breaking off. And I was going to leave it at that. Then Ron went over the radio and what did he say? No, no, no. He didn't go over the radio. He told me. He said like, "What the fuck? Didn't weren't they just paying attention? Didn't they hear us call it out?" And I just said, "I don't know, whatever." But later on, uh, Dale was over comms with completely trash comms. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course.
Yeah.
They need uh, we do need some kind of streamlined re-education.
Hmm. And so Ron got a little upset at that, and he was just like 10-9 in the most annoyed tone you've ever heard out of him. And that started a bit of a little tit for tat between them over comms throughout the rest of the
Between Ron
time
and
I was
who?
there. Uh
The
huh.
other team?
Between Ron and BCMS.
Oh.
And so there was an actual Valkyrie call. Um, I was going over towards it, and then 13 Bravo popped off. It was also up north. There was more confusion over the radio, again, because of BCMS comms.
Oh God.
So they, I don't remember the exact words, but it ended up that I was breaking off of that initial call, and they were going to respond to that one, while I took Valkyrie to the 13 Alpha. All of that went normally. We recovered the 13 Alpha, brought him to Harmony, all that good stuff. And then, as soon as we began treating those patients, um, Freya and I want to say Chanel, they came into Harmony, and they were there. I think they were doing like just overseer stuff, like where they were asking their patients, "Oh, how do you rate your service, et cetera, whatever."
Mhm.
But then Dale came in, and he started complaining about Ron, and he was trying to like ask like, who was that guy that was on radio, who was all sassy with us and all that. They couldn't figure out who it was, so I just asked him, "Well, do you have a physical description?" Just very neutral. And so Dale just says, "Yeah, it was this guy in a straw hat," and I didn't even need to respond with anything. Freya then just says, "Oh, I know who that is. We'll deal with it." Well, it was time for us to leave anyway, so we left. And then a short while later, I don't remember what else comms are going on, but I do remember Dale breaking in and saying, "Hey, fuck you with that sass."
Oh,
And I
not on
remember it being a response to
radio.
that on radio, yes.
Oh no, we can't swear
Uh
on
huh.
radio.
Uh huh. Uh huh. So I was already gonna be 42. Um, and then a bunch of 13 alphas popped off. I really wanted to go 42, but I didn't want a 42 right in the middle of those 13 alphas. So I went down to the garage and tried to join a tag team that was not available. So I basically just sat there twiddling my thumbs, just being all super awkward, listening to Sunny then come over comms. No, I think it wasn't Sunny at that point. I think it was Nicole. Nicole then come over and said, "Well, that's just his natural speaking voice," and it was just eerie silence after that. Uh huh.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So,
Hospital drama.
hmm more 13 alphas popped off in that area, and there was some more
What the hell was
related
going on
comms.
today?
I have no idea, but I counted at least 7 of them
Oh my
while
gosh.
I'm just sitting there at Pillbox with a thumb up my ass. And so once there was like a break in traffic, I just says, "Hey, 1041, or I'm sorry, 041 needs to 42. Very sorry. Stay safe out there, y'all." And then I left.
God damn.
Hmm. Katya had invited me to go fishing while we were still on duty, though.
Make sure you let her know. Don't let her worry.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
What happened with the fishing people?
Frankly, I wasn't there that long. I first went to Roxwood, where they were going to meet up, and I realized that I didn't have my fishing license. So I swung back around, went back to City Hall, got my fishing license. But on the way over there, I guess I collided with one too many things. And then they had a new location that they were going to, so I started driving over there. Uh, started smoking, and so I was like, "Fuck me," need to repair. And I was also looking at my gas tank, and it was nearly empty.
Oh no.
So I was near Util anyway, so I stopped by the gas station there, pumped the gas, hope I didn't blow up, and then limped my way back to Auto Exotic.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah. So got a repair. Then I went over to the fishing area where they were at. It was over by that lighthouse when we took that hike that one time.
Hmm.
So we were all
Yeah,
set up over
the
there.
trailhead started there.
Hmm. And there was a whole group of them there. And there was some more tea to be had there, and I can get into that.
What did
But
they say?
they were talking about the BCMS meeting at the governor's mansion.
There's a BCMS. Like, is that
Hmm.
our people at Harmony or is that like another independent group?
Look at me. I'm even using BCMS, and I'm referring to the group at Sam's. That's how far
Oh,
it's gotten.
wow. So that's what the B call signs were about then. But it seems like they changed them to
Yeah.
M.
So.
I don't think Riv was a great choice for leading Harmony. Those comms are just gonna get worse.
Hmm. Oh, it got to the point where in the meeting, the shift meeting today, they were um, somebody asked the question, can they just switch over to TACCOM 2 and just stay there and we can have our TACCOM 1? And I think Ron replied like, yeah, I'm all for free comms and everything. That's perfectly fine, but if you're going to do that, don't do it on our channel where we're locked in and we have structured comms, which I don't disagree with.
Hmm. Yeah, until they get their comms up, it's not a terrible idea, but at the same time, it is safer to have them on our TACOM.
Yeah, I suppose so. Freya at the meeting tried to play peacemaker and say like, hey, it's a new department, y'all. Getting used to everything. We're working out the kinks, so just show us some patience.
We really need a comms refresher for people coming
Hmm.
back.
Yeah, there was a bunch of sniping back and forth over comms today before Dale went,
Yikes. How many
hey,
were
fuck you with
on
the
staff?
sass. Uh, there was 2.5 rows on the MDT
Okay.
at the height. So, oh, but then, yeah, so Lucy was saying that she overheard in the hallway that from Chanel that um, they were over there at the governor's mansion trying to. What the fuck did she say? Something to the effect of that the gist was that they wanted to make BCMS more of a permanent thing. At one point, I called Jim
Wow.
and I tried to ask him, "Hey, what's?" I nudged him. I said, "What was going on at the meeting?" And he told me that he wasn't at the meeting.
Oh,
So,
wait, so it was only Sam's?
yep, only Sam's.
They are trying to pull the rug from
Mm-hmm.
under.
Yep. Oh, that's exactly that's it. That's it. I remember now what Lucy said. Lucy said that Chanel said that the topic of the meeting, again, and this wasn't said to Lucy. Lucy said she overheard this. She said that the topic of the meeting was that apparently Jim was trying to sue Sam's over the use of the name
I
BCMS,
know,
Blaine
Devco.
County Medical Services,
Okay.
and that they were going to the governor's mansion to argue against that, and I guess get out in front of it.
Wait, say that bit again?
Yeah,
Chanel
so
said,
again, Chanel was. This is now fucking third hand at this point, but apparently Chanel had said that Jim Kennedy was suing Sam's over the use of the name Blaine County Medical Services. And that's what the meeting at the governor's mansion was about.
oh,
And I'm assuming that
is he
that's them
really?
trying to. I have no idea. I haven't talked to Jim since. I haven't talked to him about it.
Oh my,
Frankly,
that's what the Chanel posted on Life Invader.
uh huh.
She was talking about Jim
Oh?
then.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I saw the post like maybe an hour ago, but I
Hmm.
didn't know who she was referring to.
Let me see. Let me see. Where's it at? I'll just search for Chanel.
In my opinion, though, I think this actually helps Jim's case more. If they're going to the governor and they're saying, you can't let this guy have BCMS because he was suing Sam's or he's suing Sam's. Like,
The hell?
Bones already hates Sam's, clearly. It's not going to work in Sam's favor to bring this up to the governor. It's going to work in Jim's favor.
I sure hope so then. Because, like I said, I want competing medical services. It can't be anything
I
but good
think
for
like
Sam's if there's
3 to
competing
6
medical
months,
services.
Devka. Yeah, I don't know. But that governor, oh man, Mickey hates him.
And then, um, what else? I did call, yeah, I did call Jim earlier. And that was after I clocked off of work and
Yeah,
before I met up with Katya. And I tried to tell him that about the meeting.
we can get him overthrown.
He said he wasn't in the meeting. So then I
Damn it.
tried to nudge him to get his ass over there to the meeting. He seemed a little down in the dumps.
I don't blame him. I mean,
Yeah, he
it
sounded really, really tired.
it seemed like they were putting in a lot of work, you know.
Yeah,
And competition's not a bad thing. It just means better
he
patient care in the end,
absolutely.
probably, or at least that's what I hope.
That's why I feel absolutely. But Jim sounded close to being defeated. He sounded weary, just
Oh,
like he was dead tired. He said that Benji and
the lamp
Athena
was flickering.
were not awake, and so therefore he needed to sleep on this meeting. So I tried to tell him, Jim, you can't sleep on this meeting. I mean, I knew
Yeah.
he was tired, and I know he's close to the end of his rope, but I feel like that if he wants this to make this a thing, and I can't help him, then the next best thing I can do is to try to press upon him the gravity of the situation, that things are happening without him, and they have been for the past week.
Oh boy. I just don't I don't I don't see this helping Sam's. I feel like this is another one of those, like, they pull us in to trap us. Like when Bones came up to us and was like, "Hey, TacMed, you gonna vote for Bones? Got big plans for TacMed." And when you're like, "Oh yeah, what's your plans?" And he's like, "Oh, he got like hella quiet."
Uh huh. Yeah. He's like, oh, that would be a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler,
Fucking
huh?
shit. Uh huh. Piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
Decrepit old fuck.
Fucking decrepit, cryptid old cunt.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
I need a goddamn cigar.
But it feels like it's just if he agrees to a meeting with Sam's and then they just say pretty much, this guy's suing Sam's, you can't, it's a conflict of interest, you can't let him, like, it's just gonna go in their favor
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't like Sam's. He's literally just getting the intel he needs to hurt Sam's, and then he'll just act on it, and they don't realize it.
I
Damn, is Bones your
feel
second
like I'm out of
character?
my depth where I'm at. I usually
Deathco.
have a really good read on situations. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I certainly trust your instincts.
Yeah, I coupled with the Life Invader post from Chanel afterwards, uh, I don't think that uh puts Sam's in a good light. I think he's acting like it is to get them to tell
Mm-hmm.
him everything, but I think he'll
Mm-hmm.
just strike back in the worst way. I don't know.
I I just truly hope that BCMS, the one with Jim and Athena and Benji, I hope that they can get their shit together because Burn Unit is just fucking crushing them right now. Is all I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's that does go in Sam's favor. Obviously, like we're still up and running. We don't have staffing issues really anymore. In fact, if anything, at times it kind of feels like there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yep, as evidenced by today when I tried to be the specialist that I always was, and I was in a bus full of other specialists that were side eyeing me and being like, "What the fuck is she doing?" At least that's
Hmm.
what it felt like. I did talk to Katya about that too. I said, Katya, I feel like that this is a completely different shift to mine. I think I just want to stay on my shift from now on because I
Even though it's
don't like.
degen and the patients and
Uh huh.
cops are like unpredictable as fuck and can be
Yep.
exceptionally rude, even though it's
Mm-hmm.
degen, uh, we're way more locked in.
Yep. I told her that I don't like this wussy baby version of TacMed that I'm seeing. And she says, yeah, same. Nobody likes it. And
We don't have to be wussy babies.
but I talked to her a little bit further, and apparently that's the mandate. The mandate apparently is to flood PD with requests for help,
Yeah,
so that just that they hope that they get tired of us.
yeah.
And I'm over
They'll
here
just
telling
not
Katya,
respond though, exactly like they did. They'll just be like,
mm-hmm,
and to be honest, I don't really have any good defense for that argument on their side. Because if you look at what happened last night with Palomino, how can we justify how many of us went down? Britton went down twice. The other trooper
mm-hmm,
went down once. I went down. Corwin went down.
yeah,
You were shredded up.
yep, shut it up,
How
thin.
can we justify that, like, for one patient? Like, don't have a defense if they come back and say, look, this is a problem, and if these people are gonna get into like these hazard situations with all these, cartel and gang related
Mm-hmm,
people, it's endangering us, especially now that we don't have MPA.
mm-hmm.
Like we literally have to wait to get shot first before we shoot. Like,
God, yeah,
we
that's
we can't like actively defend the patient anymore.
that's another thing that Katya said. Well, okay, so I told her about a call that I was on with Lucy and I think Nicole, that we went to a call in Vinewood, the downtown Vinewood, and there were three locals standing over the patient, one with a katana, one with a machete, and one squared up in a fighting stance. I parked up the ambo nearby, and as I was getting out, Nicole said, "Oh, they're armed. We stay in." I was already out though. I was already in the process of climbing out. That puzzled the fuck out of me, and I was just about to say something, but one of the locals like started rushing me. I had I had already seen that they were armed, so I had my gun out.
Hmm.
The local started rushing me. I aimed my gun at him, tried to get him to back off. You know how you
Yeah,
can do that at the movie
they'll
lot.
run away at the movie lot, yeah.
hmm So I tried doing the same thing. He kept coming at me, so then I just unloaded on him. And this particular local was like fucking Superman. Like I couldn't put get him to stay down no matter how many bullets I put into him.
Holy
So
shit.
eventually, yeah, I just busted out my flashlight and I was just beating on him to keep him busy. The other two armed ones, they thankfully fled. And it was
That's
just this one
good.
that was unarmed that just kept getting up over and over again.
Damn, like
Uh,
Superman.
yeah. So the initiate treated the patient and loaded him onto the bus. And once again, I felt like I had done something wrong. Like that I wasn't supposed to do that when I fucking, do this routinely and nobody bats an eye. And so I talked to Katya about that, and she says, "Yeah, that was another situation where we needed to call PD for backup." And I was fucking, my mouth was dropped. I was like, "What the fuck? I gotta call PD for backup for locals that are rushing at me when I already have my gun out."
Where was this called?
This is on Vinewood.
Oh shit.
Let me get you a nearby street. I'd say Vinewood Boulevard around Power Street, that general area, north of Auto Exotic. So I have no idea what the fuck was going on there, but I just saw armed locals, and I was gonna get out and try to again just frighten them away. Um, but apparently we can't even do that. We gotta call PD for backup in that situation.
I think there's some miscommunication going on, some things we need general clarification on. And I think different command staff are saying different things on different shifts. We're just not on the same page with that.
Gotcha.
I will I will talk to I can't talk to Callum. He's not uh in my time zone, so I guess Tiffany or Chanel.
Yes, please, because I would like some clarity on that too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just make it known. Like, if it is a known cartel hotspot, then yes, I see no problem, like we did last night, calling PD ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that is definitely the protocol now, for sure. But
Yeah, this absolutely was
this is
not
a
a known
known
cartel
cartel area.
area.
Yeah, if
No,
if
no, it
you
was not
just
a known
have
cartel
a
area.
like movie star way and if you just have like aggressive locals coming in, like obviously you're free to defend yourself.
Yeah, Katya tried to tell me that I could be arrested for putting myself in that situation. And again, I was shocked. I was like, what
What?
the hell are you talking about?"
That's
Because I got out, that I was putting myself in that situation. And she said that I could then be arrested and charged with a felony and lose my job.
so she's trying to make the point that
hmm
I mean, if they're being aggressive with you and you're fearing for your life, like if they're coming towards you, that's all you need. I think she
Yeah.
thinks that you were the first aggressor by having the weapon out, but you already saw their weapons out, right?
I already saw their weapon out. Yeah, I saw the weapon out as we were approaching, and I therefore drew my weapon.
Hmm.
I then just got out of the ambulance. I don't think that that was
But what
an
I think what
escalation.
she's saying between the lines of that isn't that it's like protocol or anything like that. I think what she's trying to get at is if we do that on Vinewood and we shoot, we kill the local, troopers show up later, it's you versus whatever they say. And they would absolutely try and make a case to say that, oh, you're attempting to murder the local or something, right?
Hmm.
I think that's where her head's at on that rather than the actual. I think she's more concerned about the nuance and how they will react to it because they're going to try
Hmm.
and get you for whatever they can.
That makes more sense. Yes.
I am very sure she's probably that's where her mind is at on that issue.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean that we can't have a more clear. And I think the thing is, I think the delay on that is they are working on a new version, something, some kind of legislation to that, some kind of a amendment to Castle, maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
But like until we get that, our hands are kind of, it's kind of up in the air, you know? We can only follow Castle as it is.
No, I fully get you. Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm, that's what I think Katya's mindset was. And like, that's a discussion you can certainly have with her. Definitely.
Yeah, we didn't have a very long discussion about it. I just told her about it. She gave me her side, and that she tried to warn me that I could be arrested for it. And I said, well, I think I can articulate self-defense pretty good. And um, meanwhile, I'm trying to save a patient here. But we just left it at that, really. I I didn't really have time to do anything else. I just got out of the ambulance, and already the locals started rushing me.
Yeah,
Like as I was in the process of climbing out.
that's not your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all I had in my hand at the time that the local reached me was a handgun. I put a couple of shots into him. He fell to the ground. He got back up. I pushed him away from me. He ran at me again, put one or two more shots into him again. At this point, I realized that shooting wasn't going to be doing anything to him. So I got out my flashlight and I just kept him at bay just by swinging my flashlight over and over to hit him, keep him down while the rest of the tag team got it and treated the patient.
I think you did. I wasn't there, but based on what you said, I think it's probably fine. It's just, like I said, they're more worried about,
Mm-hmm.
because like police will respond to shots fired on Vinewood, right? Because that's not like
Yeah,
a normal occurrence.
right.
And then it just gets into if you say anything that could be twisted, like they're gonna, the chances of them twisting it is gonna be pretty high, right?
Yeah, I
I mean,
suppose
you,
you're
you
right.
got BCSO and troopers arresting each other for corruption and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not too far fetched. They come after us too, and they have many times not been our friends. So
True.
I think it's a trust issue with that, the twisting of
Mm-hmm.
things.
It was also just generally frustrating because it felt like that um, this shouldn't have been a problem, and it was.
Hmm.
And not only just with the PD side of things, but also internally with TacMed. Like that, like you said, we have different instructions from. It feels like we have different instructions from different command, and different shifts have different ways of doing things.
Hmm.
So It was
There's
frustrating.
also like a cultural thing too, right? Like these guys work together all the time, right?
Hmm.
So they're gonna have like their own sort of approach to things that
Yeah.
you're not necessarily in on either.
Hmm.
But I agree, it would be better if we're all on the same page for sure.
So ultimately, I left it at with Katya was that I didn't like that the people on this shift, or the shift that I was on, the one that I experienced today, it felt like that they were timid little, always walking on eggshells, and that they didn't have any freedom to take their own initiative. And I don't remember what she said in response to that, but I just remember it being in general agreement that they were still trying to work things out. So I guess that's when I realized that I was being more disruptive than anything, and I should just tone it down and just go down to their level.
I, d- I don't think you're disruptive, Sid. I think we're used to the TacMed way, and
Hmm.
these people came in at a really turbulent time,
Yeah, true.
and not all of them have re-education.
That's another thing. I didn't realize that the initiate training board is completely different now.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. I found out when I was trying to take a look at an initiate's status where he was at, and then I suddenly realized it's all structured now with phases, which I guess makes sense now that they're doing on the job training.
Hmm.
But fuck, I never got word of it.
I'm gonna make some tea. What kind do you want?
Um, I'll take I'll take some green tea
Okay.
if you don't mind. Are you hungry? I got some food.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I think you saw that I was doing some experimentations with the furniture.
Yeah, I changed some stuff around.
Yeah, I saw that you. I guess you like the bed I found.
Yeah, I like that it's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to see if I sink through the sheets, you know?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It was the same color palette as the larger one that we had. So I figure if nothing else, we can at least just reduce the size.
Hmm. Kettle's boiling.
Thank you so much.
I'm really sorry you had that experience.
Um, don't worry about me.
If you
It was
had
an experience.
woke me up, I would have told you not to.
I'm sorry, Miki. Like I said before, I now that I know, I'm just not going on that shift anymore. It's a totally different culture and one that I didn't like.
Should be boiled soon.
Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Holds her hand.
I'm not trying to be distant. There's just a lot on my mind.
I know. I know. I just I want to be here for you however you want me to be.
Almost done. Just pouring it out.
Thank you, hon. Oh, thank you so much. Sips
Yeah.
of tea.
Sips tea. Um,
Oh, it's pretty good.
Not bad.
So you also like the carpet I found?
Yeah, I think it matches better. It clashes
Got
with
it.
the red a bit, but
I got some more stuff for you too while I was out. There you go. And
oh,
also,
you didn't have to. Thank you.
there you go.
Ooh, ooh is open.
No, it was in the fridge at work.
Oh,
That
nice.
the donuts, but the chocolate milkshake was from LSD. Dimitri had it open.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Of course.
Is that your phone?
Nope, it's our neighbor.
Damn, that shit's
Yeah,
loud.
it's really loud. I'm just still surprised that these walls are so goddamn thin.
That's
You alright?
weird. It just felt like someone was outside the door.
Oh, gotcha.
But
So, yeah, I have no desire to go back to that shift. At least not for now. At least until things settle down.
I'm really sad to learn that. I need to change the playlist. Last night was really hard for me.
Yeah,
I feel like you equally had your own hard day today.
it wasn't nearly as hard as your night last night.
Mm, I don't think that. It's different but similar.
To me, I just felt a stranger at my job. That was all. And it was just a difference of shift cultures.
I wish I could have been there to bridge the gap.
I shouldn't have taken
Or
that
tried
trip.
to.
I should have just waited. Or if I was restless, I should have just done other things and then taken some melatonin and gone back to bed.
You wanna watch a movie?
I'm up for that. If you want to, sure.
Could watch a movie for a bit.
We totally can.
You're probably cooked anyway.
No, I'm not cooked. I mean, if you want to go back to TacMed and get back on the horse, totally down. You want to watch a movie?
That was
I'm
the
up for that
plan
too.
for today, but
Yeah? Get back on the horse? Let's go. Let's do it.
no.
What do you mean, no?
No, I'm not subjecting you to that.
Oh, come on. No, look.
Not after today.
Miki, seriously, it's not that big of a deal to me. I can totally do it. I'm not even stressing about it.
No, I
Just
just need to process last night.
um,
I think I was just a little overzealous. When I said it was a plan, it was, but
oh,
it's still gonna take me. I
a long
feel
time to process.
apathetic.
Oh, okay.
I really
That
do.
helps. That helps me understand it a little bit better.
I don't know if it's true apathy, but everything's just racing so fast. I can't catch on to any thought without it just being fleeting and just 1,000 yard staring my way through life.
Oh no. Does it does it feel like it's because I feel like I've been in headspaces like that before, and in those headspaces I felt like I was just lost and I just didn't know my way forward.
I feel like I'm gonna be very destructive, self-destructive, and otherwise, because I can't grasp the big picture or what to do to fix it. I think it's just racing so much. It just, I don't have any more emotions to dedicate to anything else. I was just done last night.
I didn't realize how bad it was until you said, I think I'm gonna go 42. And then you immediately went 42. And that's when I started getting a clue. And I'm a little frustrated at myself for not seeing it sooner, how bad it was getting. And I'm sorry
I just,
for.
I don't know what happened on Eclipse last night.
I don't blame you. I don't have any hard feelings.
No, like, I don't remember. It's some kind of trauma response.
It, um, I don't want to withheld secrets from you. It did get a little bad on my end, but I knew you were going through a rough spot. You you did snap at me, but I don't hold it against you. And
What did you say? What did I say?
I don't know how good it would be if I repeated it. I'll do it if you want me to, but um, I don't see how it would do much good because I know that you never meant to hurt. You were just over it. You were just done, and you didn't know how to make me understand that. That was the other point of the night when I realized just how bad it had gotten.
Just needed to escape.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds like me.
it sounds like me too. And for what it's worth, I feel like I have an idea of what you're going through.
Yeah, sounds like you
I
figured it out.
no. I don't pretend to be inside of your head.
No,
I
I
just feel
didn't mean
like
it like
that.
that. It does sound like I wouldn't be able to know how to explain that.
Well, I could um, tell you what happened in my case, and because it sounds that my reaction to it is similar to what your reaction is right now,
It just
and
gets to a point where there's just so many, I wanted to call them blows, but like,
mm-hmm,
there's so many straws added on.
mm-hmm.
Eventually, you just disassociate. That's what it is. Disassociate.
I feel like
I'm not
the more
here. I don't know how to get here.
I'm I'm not trying to be distant or unsympathetic. I am trying to find a way to put this. I'm trying to show that I sympathize because the more you speak, the more I feel like that I know what you're going through because I've been there before myself.
Yeah,
I
it's not
don't.
apathy. It's dissociation.
Is it? Is it like? See, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but is it like where you feel like you are so stressed out, where you reach a snapping point and you just simply cannot take on more stress,
Yes.
and so therefore you withdraw and you don't want to take on any stress at all?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there.
I didn't know that you were awake.
I should have left a note. I really should have left a note. Frankly, I thought I was going to be finished with TacMed before he woke up, but that was stupid of me. I should have left a note anyway. I always leave a note.
It's okay. You don't have to. You shouldn't be obligated.
Well, I thought I was just going to be working until the shift meeting, and then that was it. And then I let myself get caught up in things.
Something happened last night. I'm so far away.
Yeah, I know it. I know what it's like, Miki.
1,000 miles from here. It's like I don't own my body.
It feels like you're a stranger in your own body, and you know that this is not you, that whoever's in charge. At least that's the way it felt like to me. It feels like there's a stranger in your head at the controls.
Mhm. It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
know
scares
that
the
I
shit out of you.
I know that I love you and I want
I love you too.
to hold you, and
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't feel like you.
It doesn't feel like me,
No.
and I'm not helping things by behaving this way, am I?
I can't tell. This is so hard to RP. I don't know the words to use to explain
I'm
that
very
feeling.
sorry, Mickey.
I just I'm searching for the words. I don't I think I'm just so far away. It doesn't feel like me touching you. That's why I didn't.
I understand.
I just don't know how to get back to normal.
I'm no psychiatrist, but I did see a psychiatrist when it happened to me.
What did they say?
They said it's entirely normal for that to happen. That, well, this is a really good psychiatrist because they put it in terms that I could understand. I was a computer science student at the time, so they put it in terms of math and engineering and stuff. He said that your brain has a load limit. Your load limit is different for everybody. It can only take so much stress. If you keep piling on stress and piling on stress, more and more, eventually you're going to breach that load limit. And when you do, the brain's natural response is to, like you've been saying, I've been describing, it's to withdraw and avoid all stress. Just completely just not want to deal with anything.
Yeah.
He said that's entirely normal and entirely human. And that if you try to take on more stress on top of that, if you keep on piling stress on, that's where long term damage can occur.
Shit.
I'm not a psychiatrist and I'm not trying to be yours. I'm just trying to be your girlfriend. That's all. I. This is the only thing I know of that is what I've gone through that sounds so similar to what you're describing. So, this is the only way I know how to help is to tell you what I've been through.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
I know it's not much comfort, but
It's a lot of comfort. It makes sense what you're saying.
it really helped me to know that what I went through was entirely normal. That I wasn't alone in feeling that. That lots of people have felt that way before me, and most of them didn't have access to some of the resources that I did to help them through
I guess school's good for something, huh?
it. Yeah, it
Hmm.
was it was the university health center, so it's not exactly like top tier mental health um, care, but it was something.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't pretend it's gonna be a magic wand that fixes everything. I do want you to know though that you're not alone.
Thanks for helping me and explaining it.
Of course.
Sorry, I'm so far away.
No, I get it. I, in my case, the way that that psychiatrist also helped me was he had the power to um, invoke something called CAS, which is like, I don't know, it stands for, uh, I don't remember what it stood for, but it's accommodations for students. And if CAS determined that the student needed accommodations, the professors had to comply with it. So, I'm sorry, it's just I'm going to a dark place to remember all this myself.
Please don't.
Um,
I get
no,
it.
I want to.
Please
I
don't.
want to. I'll just wrap it up by saying that um, they had the power to compel my professors to allow me to turn in homework late. That if I went into class late, that they couldn't say anything, and they had to give me double time on exams. And knowing I had that safety net, I was able to get through that semester.
I don't think there's any accommodations for my
Yeah,
position.
yeah, exactly. I was in a fortunate place at that time where I had those resources. I understand not everybody does. I was fortunate.
I'm really sorry you went through that, but I'm really glad that you got access to the accommodations you needed.
Thank you, Mickey. Yeah. And other than that, there wasn't a whole lot to be done except to just make appointments with that guy and talk through some of my problems. He just lent a sympathetic ear. And then it was just time after that. Time for myself to heal. I don't know if I can help in your case, but I do want to be that person there for you with an ear for whatever you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be anything in particular, or anything at all, even. I just want you to know I'm here.
I'm so grateful that you are. I wish I could convey that in a sincere tone. I'm appreciative for that.
Of course, Mickey. And now that feel like I have a better understanding of what you're going through, I I always say no pressure to you, like no pressure this, no pressure that. I feel like that um it may have cheapened what I am about to say right now, but I truly feel that I don't want to pressure you into doing anything at all. Whatever you feel that you need, I'm there for you if you want me there. Or if you want your space, I can give you that too.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I hear you. We don't really believe in mental health at CMs.
Hmm. I don't know if I believe in that anymore.
Definitely not.
No. I've seen too much and I've been through too much too. I know that that's that's another lie that was fed to us by Wakatov.
It starts to feel like we are brainwashed a little bit. Maybe a lot.
I don't want to admit it to myself, but yeah, it feels like that sometimes. I keep telling myself it's for the patient, everything they put up with, and all the bad ways that the hospital is run, we can just ignore because at the end of the day, we're meeting people at their darkest hour and we're taking them back to the hospital to save their lives in many cases. And it's all for them. But, you know, like I said, we have our limits too.
It's frustrating the most because most of it was my fault. I know I'm hard on myself, but I've never fucked up that many times in a row before.
Do you
There's
feel that
more. It's not just the more I think things are normal, the more they're not.
it feels like a facade?
It does. There's, and I know you have such deep feelings on it, and it affects your, I just, everything I know is being changed.
Hmm. Does it feel like, well, it feels to me like that there's no certainty in where we're going, and obviously that's frightening, but a lot of the stuff we thought we could depend on is up in the air now. And
It just seems like there are so many moments where everything is the same, and it just feels like a month ago. But then there are so many moments where literally every fucking thing is being changed in front of me. You don't look the same at work anymore, and you're never going to again. So you don't believe in it.
you mean
I
me
get it.
specifically?
Yeah. You're not gonna wear your old uniform anymore. I know that.
That's
I
not.
know you
It's not
don't
a.
believe in it. I get it. We're wussy babies. Why would we wear that stuff? Everyone is changing literally everything.
It feels like I'm at a hospital that I know the layout of, but I don't recognize anything about it.
Everyone's actively participating in the change.
Hmm.
Except for me. Still the same. We're just not good with change.
It's understandable. It really is. I don't mean to sound flat or like dismissive. I truly feel like that I can relate when things that you don't want to change are changing, and nobody else seems to notice or care, one or the other, or both. It must be really frustrating and disheartening.
Sometimes it just feels like trying to keep everyone's heads afloat, but they don't want to even do it for themselves. It's so hard.
And does it also feel like extra frustrating because it feels like, why even bother?
No, I know what the point is. It's about the patient in the end. Can't lose sight of that.
It's what's carried us this far. It's certainly what has kept me employed at Sam's, in spite of multiple times wanting to hand in my badge.
So many times.
That wasn't all that kept me going.
Just trying to make it work and trying not to tie my happiness to our work relationship. And I'm failing at every turn.
I don't think you're failing at every turn, at least not with me.
I
I'm
just
not
want it
going
to be
anywhere.
easy again, where you actually want to go to work and you're not just constantly jaded by wanting to turn in your badge all these times. And it just feels like I'm dragging you. You gotta want it for you. You can't do that anymore.
I'm here at Sam's for you, and I'm also at Sam's for me in a smaller way. I
I can't do that anymore.
I'm not gonna make you do it anymore. I'm not going anywhere.
But at the same time, it's like everything else is falling apart too.
I meant what I said when I said that I'm by your side no matter what. No matter what happens at the hospital, whatever changes we go through, I am truly happy when I am there at your side. I mean it, Miki.
I know that. I just don't know why that isn't enough of a drive on its own.
I just get really, really frustrated with command sometimes. It was just this
We're in
last
a
time that I.
position we can change that.
Yep, that's what we told Vela the other night. And I meant it then too. We're in a position now where we can make it better.
It's not going to be better if these guys are going to be wussy babies.
Yeah, that's gonna be really rough.
Protocol is one thing. I heard all your frustrations.
You were so patient with me. You helped me so much.
I just mean, I will bring something to command, but it's very likely that because legislation is still, I don't know for sure if it's being written or what, but until we get some concessions for the
Mm-hmm.
repeal of MPA. I think that's why we don't have any sort of concrete new training manuals.
That
And we
makes
have
sense, yeah.
different commands doing different things. I need Brittany to ride with these people. She has to know.
The different cultures of the different shifts.
Yes.
That's where a large part of my frustrations came from with Command. That they weren't on the same page, and the person that could make them get on the same page was absent all the time. And when she was here, and when she was pushing a singular vision, that vision was dog shit.
Absolute dog shit. TacMed.
Yeah. Reading up on
So what's the
people's.
point of those challenges? See how obedient we'll be? Only keep the obedient ones?
I think she was trying to push us to some version of TacMed that was in her mind that wasn't realistic, that turned the public against us, and ultimately Wrangler and the governor.
They
She
were
had no
already against us
vision,
before she started those challenges. They were
but
against us before Chloe was fired.
but this didn't help at all, and in fact, I think it accelerated what was happening. It ruined any chance of
I can't fault you
reconciliation.
for that. That's probably true.
But Miki, I said this to you once before, but just as a reminder, I think you are absolutely correct in cautioning me to not throw all my hopes into BCMS, to just wait and see how Sam shaked out. That was incredibly wise of you. You were totally right in that we didn't know where it was going, where it was all shaking out, and we were in a good position to just um, sit back and watch and still do good and wait until we had a clear path forward. That was the right call, and I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you helped me see that it was the right call.
I think I'm not the only one that could have that deduced that. I think lots of people sort of felt the same way. These things take time
Mm-hmm.
to get
I,
moving.
I was being really impatient with it too.
It doesn't just happen overnight, you know.
Yeah. Once I accepted that um,
You're only impatient at
it
first.
had,
You came down.
yeah, the things just had to play out, then I am at more acceptance with um, not only my role at Sam's, but also I'm okay with
My stomach's
the
growling.
direction it's
The
going,
mic
even if
doesn't
I
pick it
don't
up.
like it sometimes. It is ultimately about the patients.
It is.
And in spite of the differences in culture, another realization I
Right,
had was that
Race?
yes, I am really good at my job,
Yeah,
and
I'll get some soon.
I can use that for good. I can use that to help people. And not only that, but I have this is gonna sound so cheesy, but I have an incredible girlfriend by my side to do it with. Like, how fortunate am I in that?
I think you're overly kind, but I hear you. I'm sorry I'm so far. Just, it's just my brain protecting itself, I guess. I'm sorry I'm so distant. I
You don't
just,
have to be sorry. I understand. Since it rings true for you, I'm comfortable with saying that I fully understand what you're going through. I know what it's like, and I know you need time. More than anything, you need time. I'm willing to give that to you, Mickey. Whatever you need.
it's raining out
Yeah, always raining.
anyway. I don't, I don't know how to flip the switch, but I just want to go back to being me.
It's not a switch that can be flipped. It's not something that it's not something that you can just make a change and it'll suddenly be all better. And most frustrating of all is that it's not something that most people can understand because you're gonna see them going about their normal day-to-day life, and it's gonna suck because you're gonna feel like that you're suffering invisibly to them, and that you wish you could shake them and like scream at them and say like it's not okay when you're pretending it is, when they are pretending it is, I should say. I don't know what I'm rambling about now, but I know that it feels very lonely no matter how close people are to you because um they just don't get it. They don't feel what you feel and they don't see what you see and they didn't go through what you went through. So when people say that oh you'll be okay and you'll get through it, I know you, I believe in you, you're strong and do you need anything? That's the worst. That's the worst one. When they say like, if you need anything, I'll be here, and you're just like, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
In these moments that stuff never bothers me, I generally withdraw.
yeah,
I actually prefer being alone in those instances.
yeah, I get it.
Mostly because I don't want to snap at anyone, and usually my limit is already, well, it's already reached when I'm in this stage.
hmm You're well
Just can't
past it.
take anything
you. I totally get you. That's why I say that um, as unhelpful as it may seem to hear, I do truly feel like I know what you're going through. And um, I get that you need time to process and find yourself again. I,
I thought I would go back to work today and it would be a good, normal shift and I would be fine because I would realize, yeah, I'm not scared of the horse, but I'm not gonna make you go back and I can't do it alone.
look, if you don't go to work, let it be because it would be more stress upon you than you need.
Yeah,
Don't make it about me or putting me through some kind of hardship because really, as frustrating as that shift was, it wasn't nearly as frustrating as other shifts have been. It was just a little bit of annoyances here and there. I,
yeah.
if you want to go to work, I support you, and I'll
I'm not
be there
making
by
you
your
go to
side.
work, Sydney.
Mickey, you're not making me do anything. I want to go to work to be by your side. I want to.
No, I can't work tonight. I
If you can't
would
work
be
tonight, then
no good
that's
to
different.
anyone.
Then that's different. Then yes, I fully understand that.
Part of patient care being the focus is being able to recognize in yourself when you can't give that.
Absolutely. And we tell that to initiates too. You're no good to anybody if you're cooked.
Yeah,
So if you don't want to go to work because um you feel like you're not going to be good to anybody, I feel that that's valid and that's a all right. It's okay to do that. It's okay to take a night off.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna watch a movie or something.
Sounds good to me.
But yeah,
Mhm.
hopefully tomorrow, be more myself.
Hopefully, but again, it's just going to take time and it's different for everybody. I will understand if
I
you need
gotta
more
go
time,
eat, fam. I'm
but
fucking
I'm also pulling for
starving.
you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go eat and then stream. Kind of burnt out IRL too, to be fair. It's a lot of information the last week or so. I'm still really cooked though. But maybe after I eat, I'll have energy and that'll be different. But we'll see. I think I'm just gonna curl up and watch a movie and try to reboot
Yeah,
the day.
yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Wanna go and curl up then?
Yeah, we could try the new bed, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Works for me. You okay? Did you bump your noggin?
Oh shit. I floated
Oh,
it a little bit.
let's see.
Just a little
Hey,
bit. I tried to
just
float
a
it a
little.
little bit more, but it didn't look right.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to do it like in the middle of the thing, but something happened to it. And I
Gotcha.
did that.
Well, we could always adjust it, find a perfect spot. Right? Well, this feels so much smaller than before, but hey,
It's so much smaller, but we're closer. It's not the end of the world.
absolutely.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much
Passing
for
the run
hanging
over.
out.
Bugs are close.
Thank you for watching.
I love you, Mickey.
I almost don't want to see it because it feels hollow. It feels like I'm just so far away. It feels so insincere. I feel so fake.
Again, it feels like you're a stranger in your own body, right?
Yes.
And that this stranger, if this stranger says the
The
love
house is
word
getting
back,
cute.
that it's somehow gonna damage the real love, right?
I, maybe I don't want to lie to you or be insincere or sound fake or be fake.
You just don't want me saying I love you to this stranger that's piloting you right now, right?
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, I can understand that. I fully get it. I think that's the best I can do for you, Mickey, is to just be somebody who knows what you're going through and just be as understanding as I can be.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, get some sleep, Mickey. Try to rest. I'll be here by your side.
I'm I feel like such an imposter.
I know it. I know.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna end
You
stream
don't
and
have
go
to force yourself to
sleep.
do anything or say anything.
No, it's turns on movie. Good night,
Hmm.
guys.